Well, we are in Earlsdon today on one of the main roads coming in, and basically I'm about to get shouted at potentially because I've got to turn this mains water off for that property up there. So we're talking that one that I'm in, 2, 3, 4, 5. So potentially 5 properties that we're going to turn off, all because the kitchen fitters fitted the kitchen and hidden the stop tap. We don't know where it is. Now, they did have a downstairs loo at one point, so there's 2 stop taps. We found one, but we don't know where the other one is. So let's get this turned off and I'll show you what we're going to do. Right, well, as you can see, we've got a dripping tap, and it also sings to you as well. And they've kind of created this method of trying to keep the tap working, because as soon as you release all that, it basically starts absolutely piddling water out. We've also got to service the boiler. Now, they reckon they did have somebody, but of course, there's absolutely no way of servicing this boiler without cutting the cupboard, so we know that that's never been serviced, so we're going to give that a full, proper service. Okay, so we're upstairs. I've got to be quiet because people are on meetings in this house property, but like I said, we're in a very, very, very small upstairs bathroom. This is the main bathroom of the property. But the reason why we've had to turn the water off is because I can't get underneath here, because obviously that goes straight down, and that's my only access. Basically, this bathroom, the edge of this bath, and then this vanity cupboard is stopping me. But as you can see, so this tap turns all the way, and this one basically stops there. It's only a quarter turn, so we've got an issue with this hot tap, and it does drip, but obviously we turned the water off before we could see. But I want to get on with this quick as I can, but this is the main reason why we needed to turn the water off, because I can't repair that tap with water shooting out. So let's crack on with this before we get angry neighbours banging on the doors. Right, so the moment of truth, we've just turned the water on, but hopefully this won't drip after we turn it off now, because I know I didn't make a video of it, but it was like a tip 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 drip. So, and then as you can see, this one opens up fully, so we've repaired that. And as long as that stops or slows down, which it's slowing down, we will keep an eye on that. I'll be back up, but it was dripping about like that before. I'm not sure. We'll have to, let me just put everything back together downstairs, but I think that could still be dripping. I may have to just change these cartridges. We'll have a look, obviously trying to keep the cost to a minimal with the customers with what we're having done. Although the price has been agreed, I don't want to keep nipping off. We'll see on that, but anyway, that does now open and close. Obviously, we're just repairing it, but brilliant. Yep, it stopped. It's definitely slowing down, but anyway, let's give that a few minutes and we'll see. Right, well, that was the quickest tap change I've ever had to do. Water is back on. You've just seen upstairs with that, but managed to get some isolators on underneath there. But yeah, flipping heck, I'm out of breath. Did meet a neighbour out there while I was putting the water back on, who was actually really understanding. Not all the time you get lovely neighbours, but anyway, water's back on now. Really, I think the hard bit, I'm probably going to have to get my multi-tool now to cut that panel off, because this boiler's definitely never had the case off. But this is kitchen fitters for you. Not all kitchen fitters obviously, but this one especially has, well, hidden the old stop tap somewhere. Right, we are back on this job in Earlsdon Avenue North today, so it's in Earlsdon, Coventry, and we have to replace this Valent Ecotech boiler. So it had never been serviced. When I cut the cupboard, they had basically balanced the cupboard on top, and the whole integrity of the cupboard has now gone on that side. So I don't know if you can see, but it's obviously leaning, so it's got no support on that side. They've also used an isolator on the gas, so that is a water fitting, so it's not compliant to gas, so we would call that at risk. So that also needed doing. I know that's quite bad of me, but I ignored it at the time, and I was like, look, you know, I'm sorry, and we were getting an intermittent fault on this boiler, so we are the next day. Basically, we've got finally no rain, so we're going to change this boiler today and get that gas, that pipe sorted out there. But I guess what I'm trying to say is this is the kind of level of trays that we were dealing with in this property. Well, we've just got the cupboard off, and again, this is the kind of level of trays that we were dealing with this. Where everything was secured, and that was obviously an infill piece. But anyway, we've took that off now. Time to get the boiler off. Alright, so we've just took the flue out to the side there, but I've noticed with this other cupboard here as I've just knocked it, but it's got no support at all, just on this end, and even that screw looks like it's coming out there. Really don't want to touch anything here. I don't know whether to take it off, but it's holding glasses and things like that. Is it worth? I don't know. That gives me something else that I've got to try and work around now. I've just had a brick fall down as well, but yeah, not off to a good start with the amount of things that I'm going to have to try and put right here. To any apprentices watching what I'm doing, or any of my videos, you're never too old to fuck up. Even though I'm 42 now, I've been doing this since about 16, 17 years old when my dad taught me. So I've just connected that to the cold. Never ever in my whole career of doing plumbing and heating, I've ever done it. And I thought, you know what? I can't remember which one the cold was. I know that these are two of the hot. But anyway, I thought that was the gas. And anyway, gas came out. So you're never too old. So now this one will need to go to that one where it needs to go. And then I now know that that is the cold. But yeah, you're never too old to fuck up. So just bear that in mind, guys. If you're having a shit day, even people that have been doing it as long as me still fuck up. Okay, but it's about how you correct and do things first. Luckily, I saw that first because I could have flooded the boiler. So it's a good job I checked. So just bear that in mind, all right? Well, that is mission complete on this one in Earlsdon. This one was a really, really hard one. It's took it out of me on this one, if I'm honest. I haven't put the cupboard on, mainly because I just want to come back with a fresh head and thinking how I'm going to do it, because I need to get a bracket on this to fix that. And then, I don't know, the wall bows out or in, whichever you want to say, so it's actually sticking out in, this part is sticking out here, but I don't know when that cupboard is on, does that stick out? I can't remember, if I'm honest. And then I've got to put the cap in, back down at the pot covering. Pot was very hard, but I think I've made that look as neat as possible, but just criticising myself really, getting older, doing a boiler change on your own, although I've had help, that's a lie. It's just a lot harder for me, if I'm honest, and I'm only 40s, so yeah, that is it for this one. I will be back to put the cupboard on and try and do something with that. Like I say, we've got that's under-supported there. I've made them aware of it to just be careful, so I need to put an L bracket on there. Obviously we've got the bracket on the back there, but I've really got to try and do something with the bracket, maybe on the top here, to try and do something. I've got no support on the bottom at all. Anyway, we'll figure it out when I come back, but that is it for this one. I may be back to add the other video onto it, but for now, that's it, guys. See you on the next one.